Now we'll get started. I'll give you a quick tour of the environment. I basically have my NA1 and NA2, just like we described. I have on command open to both of these as well. So I have all my volumes, production volumes in aggregate A on NA1. On NA2, I also have all of my volumes established here in this aggregate B, which are intact snap mirrors from the source filer NA1. So with all that in place, one thing I'll do is I'll actually seed a little bit of data into one of the volumes. I actually have mapped up to this server here, just so that we can demonstrate there's no rebaseline from production. So I'll just copy a folder out there. We'll update the snap mirror. Should transfer about 68 megs or so. Okay, so 77 megs. Okay, so the snap mirror relationship is complete. The data is seeded in DR, and so essentially all we have to do is now run the initialized portion of the script that I just described. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and connect to my controller with PowerShell. And then I'm going to set a couple of variables down that are referenced in the script so that it really just creates a couple of touches in the future. It also establishes the root volume as a variable because I don't want it to do anything with the root volume when I execute the script, and it's referenced in there. And essentially, it's just an aggr map: controller name, source aggregate, destination aggregate. And so I will establish this aggregate map. And then I'm going to run the initialization portion of the script, which is actually just this 6 or 7 lines of code here. And this could be 10 volumes. In our case, it's 10 volumes. It could be 1,000 volumes. It really doesn't matter. Just creates a loop and goes out there and does everything for every volume. I'm just going to paste that in. And we'll start going out and creating our new volumes in the new aggregate from the aggregate map. It'll restrict the volume, and then it will initialize the snap mirror. It'll wait and set all the volume options, and then it'll wait until some of the snap mirrors are initialized so that not too many run at the same time. Meanwhile, back in on command, you can see this. A lot of the volumes are coming in. Some of these are in restricted status, and they're going to be updating. So now those are SM and aggr C, same volumes. The snap mirrors are going to start refreshing here. We'll sort by source. So here's our new healthy snap mirrors coming in. So I just have 10 volumes here. Okay, that part's done. So essentially what that was able to do, go meanwhile back on command here, we'll see that we have new snap mirrors from NA2 to NA2, just in a different aggregate. So now the volumes are also aggregate C now with snap mirror relationships. Okay, so the next part of this is to cut them over. And so what the second part of the script does is it basically does another snap mirror update from the production side, making sure that it has the latest and up-to-date information before it starts the cutover process. So I'll copy this section of it, which is the cutover portion of it. And you'll see some red in here because some of the SnapMirror destinations didn't have any new data in them. That's all it's doing. So you see on the NA2 side, it's going through the volumes, and after it updates the SnapMirror, it does the renaming of the volumes and offlines the original volumes as well. You can see this in on command as well. It's basically taking all of our old volumes offline. These are an aggregate B. So all the new volumes, it's renaming back to the original volume, source volume name. That's basically waiting until the volumes are idle, so before it goes through the cutover process. Typically, I do SnapMirror off in the production site during one of these cutovers. But that's about it. So all the volumes should now be in Agger B offline, and all of our new volumes are in Agger C are online and have healthy SnapMirror relationships from the production site in A1. And lastly, we can let's do a status. Make my life easier here. We'll just update that WinVol again just to make sure that it doesn't transfer all that data, and just making sure it doesn't require a rebaseline. Transferring 332K complete.